Wow, the picture was just astonishing there. Yeah, we're gonna move on from that. I think that guy was actually posting unironically there.
That's sad.
Let's see here. This is cool. I like this one here. Varnhole posted a picture of Clint Eastwood from Gran Torino scoffing when the Americans let such a toxic tag like "my white privilege" get worldwide, and the rest of the planet has to watch this mess. And then it shows him scoffing away. Yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm. Let's just say when I get accused of theft, I don't fucking die for it, says Mel. Don't be so sure about that. Here's the thing. Whenever you're watching like police activity, for example, if you haven't heard of it, it's a good page on YouTube that shows raw footage from police cams, body cams and whatnot. Majority of the time, like when you see black people in it, unfortunately they're not complying to commands and therefore they're getting shot. White people are completely guilty of it too. I've seen several videos of that. So, yeah, if you don't comply to commands, you're going to get shot. If you obey or don't become a criminal, you don't have to fear being shot at that point, unless, somebody in a bad neighborhood has a problem with you. And then they just decide, I'm just going to kill you. And hopefully that never happens. So.
We would hope not.
So, NPC, that's good. Yeah, my female privilege. No one gets killed for being accused of theft. At least not in the West. You're so naive. Alright, let's see here. Sure, let me guess. You follow Sean King and Talcum X or any other conspiracy nut jobs that cut police videos so it fits their narrative. Yeah, a lot of times police videos are edited too. Like recently we were watching that anti-vaxxer family in Chandler with the doctor who was afraid of the kid's health, and when the police entered there was like vomit all over the place and the kids looked really ill, but yet the parents are trying to say, they're fine and everything, even though the kid had a fucking 105 fever. Yeah, so they're like, this is uncalled for, and it's like, look, here's the link to the full article. Stop judging your decisions based on a video of the police harshly breaking in. The doctor was afraid for the kid's welfare and whatnot. But yet, it's so ironic. People accuse like, conservative, like right-leaning people of not caring about the baby outside the womb. So all of a sudden, I'm all for the doctor calling for the police to check on the welfare, and the parents ignored the calls and everything like that, and then they broke the door down because they heard somebody inside, but they weren't complying to it or answering, and then the parents were looking like victims, basically, at that point. These are white parents, by the way. But everybody's like, that was uncalled for and everything. Okay, so we're caring about the children outside the womb who are sick with vomit all over the carpets, 105 temperatures, bad coughs. We're caring, but now you're saying like the force is too excessive. Answer the fucking phone and door then. Yeah. Stop hiding and stop being an irresponsible parent based on a conspiracy anti-vaxxer bullshit. It makes you autistic. I've been vaccinated. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what anti-vaxxers believe.
No, I know that. I just had to make that joke. Really?
And I mean, there's racist policemen out there. There's policemen that have, done really dumb things, have done really despicable things. I'm not going to deny that, but they're so far and few in between. But also keep in mind this, a majority of the time they're going to get reprimanded for it, but that's not enough. Cutting pay is not enough. Throwing them off the police force isn't enough. I mean, this has happened. And there's some people where justice slips through the cracks, but it's not consistent. But yet, these people feel like they're in a movie where everybody gets away with mistreatment, with collision, everything like this. They just think these people have these Hollywood movie mentalities that bad guys always get away with corruption unless a good guy steps in. I mean, that's why we have, like, fucking Harry Potter being used as an unironic allusion to, like, Donald Trump being Voldemort and everything like that. So, I mean, this is their mindset. They feel like they live in this fantasy world where anybody who commits these type of discriminatory acts are never going to get caught. Well, here's the bottom line. If you've been witness to it, if it's occurred to you and you do nothing about it, it's your loss. That's the reason why some slip through the cracks, because the people are too insecure and scared to discuss it. But then people will be coming back like, what great fucks I could be easily said about Christine Ford. This is something that happened 30 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
And with the Me Too movement being as profitable as it was a pure coincidence to basically halt something that somebody that Trump was trying to help get sworn in. This is nothing. That's a completely different subject and topic on that. But yeah, maybe because you don't run or reach towards your pocket as if going for a weapon, people who follow police orders generally don't die, and that's true.
Yep,
that's true. I mean, some bad things happen. Some bad things do happen, unfortunately. People get killed when they threaten the police. Is that what you're talking about? Who dies from theft accusation? Just wondering. Yeah. Does the phrase suspect shot dead ring any bells? Suspect implies guilt hasn't been decided yet. They're accused. I guess that's in legislation. Didn't know people could be shot for stealing a candy bar. My black friend from years ago must have had some privilege one day. He got caught stealing cigs and they let him go. Yeah. Female privilege. You ever think maybe it's just your woman privilege working? By the way, why are so many women come out as thieves? Yeah. That's true. Not a woman. Also, woman privileges is not a thing, but nice try. Not a thief. Do y'all know the meaning of accused? Shaking my head. Sorry, sweetie, but black's less likely to be killed by cops. White's more likely. How often do you steal? I don't. Because you comply with the police? My female privilege. I'm a guy, but okay. This guy looks like a nut. My bad, dude looks like a lady. Hashtag liberal privilege. Nah, it's just female privilege. Meanwhile, in Saudi. Oh, man, that's good. I'm going to be stuck on that if I don't keep going. So.
Oh, dear.
Peter Dow, another blue check mark, states, right-wing accounts are mocking hashtag my white privilege. Let me help. When my wife, Lilato, first moved in, she was stopped in the lobby out of our New York City apartment building and asked to prove she lived there. In the elevator, a white man asked which apartment she was going to clean. Get it now? Not really.
Ouch.
I mean, a majority of the time, and now his wife, like I'm taking a look here, his wife is, let's see here, his wife is brownish black looking, and a majority of housekeepers are of that, ethnicity. So, I mean, it's just it's a stereotype, sure, but that has nothing to do with white privilege or anything of that nature there. Your wife is smoking hot. It's not that they don't get it, it's just they don't want to give it up. White privilege. Yeah, okay. Listen, that's not right, but how are you so sure those questioning your wife was right-wing? I've known plenty of liberals from the UWS who would have done the same thing to your wife. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. This normal narrative are all right-wing GOP are bad, and while I don't identify as white or right-wing nor GOP, the sentiment is very divisive and doesn't help anything. I agree. Yeah. Right-wing GOP not all bad. Maybe not most of the followers, but the positions and actions of the bought and money-dominated leaders are to take away most opportunities and comforts for most. See? Government dependency.
Yep.
And, everybody says that. All the were bought and paid for. That's what both sides always fucking say.
Yep.
I see no compromise or good word from them, nor concern of offending the dividers. And Dems are any better? Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Yes, they're not run by corrupt Russian puppets. Or a guy who steals Supreme Court seats to thunderous applause. They're not out to destroy 20 million people's health insurance. They would actually tax at a rate that paid the bills. Oh, brother.
Oh, Jesus.
That's crazy, but honestly, as a black man, I'm not surprised. I saw your wife. Yeah, disgusted face. They still don't get it. They don't care to get it. They're here to make fun of non-white people struggle. There will come a time when they approach the wrong person, and they will quickly learn how wrong they all are. That sounds like a suggestive call to arms there.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna reply to that.
Okay.
I'm gonna reply to that actually. Hold on just a second here. Let me get on my Twitter account here. What's so funny?
Oh, just thinking about what I told you should reply to this page earlier. The whole white privilege exists, and then a picture of Norm with so the Germans would have us believe.
Oh yeah, so the Germans would have us believe.
Oh dear.
Let me see if I can. Oh wait, I know which one it is. Okay, all right. Let me get to my. There it is. Okay, just had to get to the right one here. All right, so let me just do. Hopefully, I can get down here and find that dude again. All right. So I'm like, that sounds like a call to action. Are you implying you hope someone harms or kills people who find this bullshit? Yeah, that's what really? It sounds like to me.
It totally does.
I think they're probably beyond help. That's what the same thing we could say about you is there.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible to be treated so disrespectfully. Yeah, keep virtue signaling. People are ignorant. No.
Really?
We're just not stupid.
Yeah.
I'm a Latin immigrant and there isn't white privilege. As a matter of fact, I try to hire Latinos because in my opinion, white people don't work as hard. That said, white and Asian people value education more than Latins and blacks. They get ahead in life that way. It's true. Mm-hmm. It's true. There's a lot of white people are lazy. I'm not going to deny that. A lot of Hispanic people are lazy too. I'm not going to deny that, and black people as well. I mean, that's just the reality of it there. Oh, yeah, Adam L. It's fascinating how many people attempting to mock the My White Privilege hashtag unintentionally are in fact highlighting their white privilege. Not really. They're just having a fun time.
Yeah.
They're first ones proving a point.
Really?
We can't change what we don't acknowledge. Yeah, tempting. Most of the mockery on this has been quite successful in my view. Yeah, I agree. It's more fascinating. Drive your car into the Hudson. It's more fascinating how weak liberal simps like you get laughed at by both sides. My white privilege. Anyways, when did one need privilege to mock stupid hashtags on shitter? Oh. Yeah.
And you can't change what don't exist there, buddies.
How to destroy my white privilege, move to Russia. Bull fucking shit.
That won't do anything.
White privilege doesn't exist. No, it doesn't.
Exactly.
Making a joke is white privilege? Okay, then.
What? Okay.
My white privilege has been to get up early every day since I was 12 years old and go to work, delivering papers, landscaping, roofing, hanging, drywall. Damn, such an easy life, huh? And when I did get in trouble, I paid for it. My working privilege. Despite making up 13% of the population, that's a very popular troll there, basically describing, basically black people and the crime. Despite making up 13% of the population, 50% of the crime is done by black people. So that's what they're trying to get back there. Elena Homestead says, give me that sweet, sweet social currency of publicly announcing my virtue via my white privilege. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
Really.
Me scrolling through my white privilege. It's a black gangsta with tea in his hand with his pinky extended. Huh. Got racially profiled. This is Elric Godslayer. Got racially profiled multiple times for driving through the quote-unquote wrong neighborhood in Chicago. Cop literally said, "You're white. What are you doing here? Drugs or prostitution?" Yep, my fucking white privilege at work there. On another note, go fuck yourself, my white privilege. Bitchin'. Yeah. When I went to my current job interview 9 years ago, I lived in a pretty rough neighborhood, and I was dressed up. I drove a decent, nice-looking car, and I was wearing a suit because I was going to an interview. And a cop pulled me over because I made a left turn into the right lane rather than the left lane, and I was just nervous. Fortunately, I did it at a green light, as opposed to I did a stop sign that was four-way and nobody was coming, so everything was all right there. But he pulled me over and everything and just kind of told me about it. He let me go because he saw I don't have a record or didn't have traffic violations or anything of that nature. But he was asking where I was going and everything like that, and he was like, "You got any weapons in the car or anything?" Because I looked like a well-dressed drug dealer in the wrong side of town, basically.
Yeah.
So it's not just it's the way what you drive, the way you dress. That can also dictate and set alarms off in cops' heads practically. That's another thing you have to keep in mind there. Let's see. So we'll scroll through the responses here. But did you die? This shit is so cringy. What were you doing over there? Amazing that was a privilege to be worn. To be black with a similar situation, they would have been cuffed or shot. Thank you, next. But did you get shot, though? Or a ticket? Or had to worry if this is going to be your last interaction ever? Oh, brother! You comply! You comply with the lawman and you're fine.
Stop being so fucking overly dramatic.
The only time you have to be afraid is if you're guilty of having something in your possession or you don't comply or if you're a sovereign citizen idiot.
Jeez, yeah. Them. Them is nuts. Oh, jeez.
Hold on a second here. A second here. So I replied, Jay, if you're scared of getting shot at being pulled over for a possible citation, then you either have something in your car that shouldn't be there, or you plan on driving off because you have a record. Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't.
They threatened to impound my car, handcuffed me, stuffed their hands down my pants looking for stashed drugs, and then demanded get the fuck out of my city. I was like, look, officer, it's my city too, and it was attempting to get out until you stopped me. This is starting to sound like a really funny joke, but did you die? No, obviously did not get shot, but I have had CPD beat my ass twice. Did I think that it was my last interaction? Maybe. You have to understand how corrupt they are. I already have a fear of the CPD because of the fact I had my ass kicked twice by a cop with a gun and a vest. Did you obey the police? Maybe if you complied, that wouldn't have happened. Ain't that right? Yeah, but just moments ago, you were trying to pass off that only black people get shot for complying. So you really think that black people will get shot just for complying? You know this isn't that Family Guy episode. Minority suspect, and then they start being careful, he has a gun. So, yeah. I mean, they just live in La La Land. I repeat, go fuck yourself. You think this only happens to people of color? Well, anytime I've had an issue at the CPD, it was a cop of color, whites of color, who either beat my ass or threatened to put me in jail. Don't give me your bullshit. I have no fucking ear for it. He raises a point, at least, there. Stabbed in Philly by 3 gang members. Hit on the head in Kensington by a 40-ounce while walking up the street as I was called a cracker white boy. The cops blame me for being there. In America, these people wouldn't have been jacked on my street. Being robbed by a Tech 9. I'm white, by the way.
Oh.
So... You're not describing someone's privilege. You're describing a disadvantage due to racism that the average white person has no control over. True. Mm. Yes, of course he did. Blacks are very violent and could have been shot or murdered at any time. Not a single black person would have cared. Yeah. Black people sometimes don't. I mean, not all of them, of course, but some black people don't really give a damn. Mm-hmm. You know, if a white person dies. But they do love that white booty. My white privilege, let me get away with faking my own hate crime and have 16 felony charges dropped. Oh, wait. Aggravated youth, or that was Caitlin Bennett. Aggravated youth says, so to all the white people enjoying the white privilege hashtag and still claiming it doesn't exist, how do you explain someone like Dylan Roof being safely apprehended and then even brought Burger King by officers, but Willie McCoy gets shot 25 times while asleep at Taco Bell?
What?
And then basically they're showing like the full details of people. Cops kill everyone. It's a privilege to get murdered less often. Actually, yes, it is. Is it a privilege to live?
Oh.
Oh man. I got it. So basically, he was like, the rapper was asleep, while he was at a Taco Bell, and they were saying like he was a sitting duck and everything like that. Now, what had happened? Like, he was unresponsive in his car, and it looked like the problem was that the police saw that his left hand was moving, and as a result of that, that's the reason why he got shot. The problem is that if you make sudden moves, like if I were a white person and I were doing that, I would have been shot too. police get very nervous at sudden moves in your car because they can't really see what's going on in there outside of like your motions. They don't know what's going to be under there. But everybody just has to bring color into it and everything. I mean, if I did that, I'd get my ass shot in a heartbeat. I know it because I look suspicious. I might be going for something.
Yeah.
So. Matt Walsh, another blue check mark, goes, I got pulled over for going 85 and a 25 while texting and drinking whiskey out of a gallon jug, and the cop apologized when he saw that I was white and offered me a coupon to Arby's as a token of regret. I slapped him and said, be gone. He cried and walked away. My white privilege. Waiting for Silverman, Kimmel, and Fallon to tweet about my white privilege, and it shows their black faces. Skeet and eat. I gain nutrition from things that aren't food. My white privilege. It's basically a baked keyboard, a cookie keyboard that some white girl's eating.
Okay.
In heavily caked makeup. When I went to college, I got forced to pay full price. Matt. Oh, that's good. That's good. Sharika Soul, blue check mark, says, my opinion on my white privilege hashtag. The white people have been listening to us blacks since MLK, and I honestly think everyone should take a deep breath and listen to them and their frustrations. I don't condone racism. MLK never said pity blacks. He said unite. Fair enough.
Thank you.
Yeah, fair enough. Bridget Gabriel, blue checkmark, says, I'm an Arab Lebanese-born and American immigrant with 3 best-selling books and a national organization that I founded. There is no such thing as white privilege.
Yeah. Thank you.
There you go. Am Justice says, I tried to get into the rap game, but was immediately bullied out of it due to my skin color. Didn't even get a chance. Oh, sorry about that. This is a good one. Ferris Bueller's white guilt. Well, there was this one day, the stuff with Cameron's dad's car. I had a friend named Cameron. Come to think of it, my girlfriend Sloane Peterson was underage at the time. Oh yeah, I had a girlfriend named Sloane Peterson. What else? That was good.
Yeah.
Justin Zygaard says, how about we don't create a divide between races and listen to good old MLK Jr. and judge people not by the color of their skin but by the contents of the character.
I wish.
Thank you. Bravo. John Mason tweets, my white privilege, your current social and economic status does not define you. Okay. Your relationship with Christ does. Besides that, people groups that have it better. The others in a nation isn't new to America. Pretending that you're guilty, it doesn't make you a better person. That's I'll give them that. You can't pretend that you're guilty. This is a majority, like I said, a majority of these people who are taking the white privilege unironically and calling it out are just doing it for virtue signal and moral superiority. Ugh. So that's what it is. Ugh. A Wild Sienna says, suffering isn't exclusive to black people, and it shows a Japanese World War II soldier about to behead a white American soldier.
Yeah.
Yep, enough said. Ryan Fournier, awesome guy, says, Ben Shapiro said it best. White people is a way to silence those who are not a member of a minority group. It's true. Mm-hmm. It's true. Yeah, that Jewish Nazi, Ben Shapiro.
Oh,
yeah.
I know. Right?
Yeah. Rachel Livia says, knowing my heritage family names because they came here by choice and didn't have their identities forcibly erased, weren't separated from their families, and forced to take their owners' names. My white privilege. Okay.
What?
You had nothing to do with that, though.
I'm confused.
She's basically stating that it's a privilege for her to keep her own name rather than the Africans who lost their names when they were brought over here. They were given American names, English names. Right. So, basically, your parents name you after you're born.
Yeah.
But I guess put the last name. Well, regardless, I mean your name will always stay with you unless you embrace it. And a lot of African slaves sadly embraced their new names, and some of them did it by personal choice. So let's not forget that. Oh yeah, let's also not forget that African slaves owned African slaves. But that's triggering. I lived above a bar at 64. This is Dan Bongino. Lived above a bar at 64th Place on Myrtle Avenue and ate fried bologna for dinner. Oh, that's some awesome white privilege there. It's really cool. Orwan says, I get called inherently racist and have reparations demanded of me so I can pay people who may or may not have slave ancestors that my ancestors may or may have not enslaved, despite neither of us going through such a thing.
Yeah.
Bravo. So, your government promised those reparations.
Really?
When people say slavery was so long ago, get over yourself. And I mean, basically, they're talking about like the the near 365 years, and then being free for 51 years. Show them this big fucking deal. Are you free now? Good. And you're making a big deal. Why? There's nothing left. You are free, so there is actually no reason to make a big deal of something that's dead. Yeah. Realize what you just said. LMAO, you're tripping. LMAO can't handle a bit of name calling. Just want you to know that you're part of the problem, buddy. God bless. Not really. People like you that insist we still live in some CSA-style hellhole are the ones hindering everyone else, or of your own race and otherwise, of doing things they want to. You're not a victim. Get over yourself. God bless. Here we go. It's really ironic that a lot of Holocaust survivors moved on with their lives despite the disgusting and regrettable pain and torture they went through. But yet, somehow, life went on for them. Why can't it for everyone else?
Yeah.
Who has the equal rights they should have.
Because then they have nothing to be angry about no more.
Somebody's probably going to misinterpret what I'm saying there. Suck my dick. I'd rather not think so. Also, I'd be shadow banned if I posted something like that, further proving my point. Shut the fuck up. Suck my dick. You're just proving stereotypes of blacks to be statistical truths if you keep saying that like I've repeated fucking ape. Two trolls going at it. Gotta love it. Jasper, every time I've been pulled over and I have my gun on me, I've been let go. Have you ever been questioned about what ammo I prefer to use while being stopped for expired tags and lapsed insurance? So you got a cool cop. Okay, that's a coincidence. Let's see. There was one more funny one I want to read, and then we'll get to let's get to the top 15. I just got to find that. I got to find that really funny one there that made me laugh really, really hard. Let's see. I gotta scroll down there. Oh, okay. Let me do a search with it here. This one really made me laugh. Okay. Angel Hearts Buckeyes. So this is part of the top 15 here. And then we'll get to the gaming. So Angel Hearts Buckeyes. I killed my white wife and her friend Ronald. I even wrote a book about it. I never went to jail. My white privilege. Wait, did I think I did that wrong? I could just imagine Norm Macdonald reading that. I could just picture, Norm, reading that. I'm going to type that. I could just picture Norm Macdonald in my head saying that one. There we go. So that was one of the good ones there that I loved. So here let's break down the other 14 here. Okay. So Sam says, I'm raising 3 white boys and I'm not worried when they step outside. Oh, some parent you are. I don't let them go out on... Yeah, I'm not worried about bee stings or getting hit by a car or anything of that nature.
Yeah.
What a terrible mom,
right.
you know. Black Aziz Anazi is at it again. When racist white people see other white people admitting that they have white privilege and acknowledging their existence of systematic racism... Yeah, okay, and it's showing it shows a cracker with an angry face, white bread with an angry face, and white pudding with an angry face. So you know what that pretty much is? That's racist.
Yep.
Yeah,
you are
that's racist.
So racist. Yeah, that's racist.
Ding. That's why I think he's a troll. I just think he's full of shit.
I hope so, because otherwise it'd just be like, wow.
There's just times where you know some people are serious, and I look at this, it's like this can't be real. This can't be fucking real, you know. And that's one of those right there. Jennifer Thorne in your side says, got stopped at a DUI checkpoint in my mid-20s, wasn't at the limit, but the cop wouldn't let me drive home, told me to walk. I said, hell no, you better let me drive my car or you drive me home. No way I'm walking. And he drove me home. Yeah, you don't talk to a cop like that and expect to be treated nicely. That's total, utter fucking bullshit. That's usually grounds where they're going to ask you to step out of the car, you know. So, and then, you know, I mean, they don't care what the color of skin is. You give them attitude, you're asking for it.
Yeah,
that's bottom line there. Oh, and by the way, and then the checkpoint clapped. So, Kessler says neighbors stole a car and sold it using my address. The cops believed me. Okay. Probably after you had to show them evidence, though. You know, a lot of these people are more than likely exaggerating and just leaving out, like, missing pieces of the puzzle. The thing is that police aren't going to believe you right away. If they've believed that a car was stolen to an address, they have to do an investigation. They can believe you, but they still have to investigate. So just because they believe you doesn't mean you're out of the clear, because some people can believe you and people have been wrong, and there you go.
Yeah.
Nick Barrett says, got financing to buy a house as a 30-year-old pizza cook. I've never been denied a line of credit, actually. Or maybe it's because you're actually financially responsible?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought of that?
Maybe.
Okay. Erica Hart, who has the weirdest fucking black picture I've ever seen. My white privilege needs a trigger warning that white people can just put on display for the world to see what they have gotten away with and still not experience any repercussions isn't privilege, it's power. Yeah, you don't want equality, you just want revenge. That's what it is. That's all it is. White people have contributed a lot to society for a lot of technology and whatnot, especially that computer that you're using to type your bullshit on. But black people have made contributions, but statistically white people have made greater contributions, and that's just the way it is. You know? Not saying they're better or worse or anything. It's just going by the numbers there.
Yeah.
Lil C's says, is this hashtag supposed to not make people of color angry with white people for getting away with stuff that would get them people of color killed? My white privilege is basically white power confessions. Bravo, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and, just basically seeing this, it's like, I think, like, this person would gladly sacrifice herself to appease a virtue signal, basically. Ugh. That's what I just kind of get out of that. Dean Obadala says, I had my white privilege, but then 9/11 happened and it was taken from me. White people have no idea how good white privilege is, but they would if they lost it like I did.
You lost something that's fake?
Well,
good for you.
TSA and everything like that, and they actually had military people armed with M16s in the airports, because of that.
Yeah.
Can't blame them, but yeah. Kayla Cox says, my white privilege is not about blacks bashing white people. It's not about whites bragging about our boost in society. It's about us acknowledging the unfairness in our social system. It is very real and scary that skin color is still one of the main issues in our world. I'll bet this basic Becky says all lives matter too. I made a mention of this. It's only an issue because people keep bringing it up over and over and over in a negative light, masquerading as an apology just to get moral superiority. I mean, that's what it hands down is. Jeff Perlman says, oh yeah, this is great. This is a bash on Trump. I fucked a porn star 10 days after my son was born due to my third wife, then paid her off, then was caught paying her off after I was caught bragging about groping women, and I'm still your president. Yo, little Donnie. At least he never had the U.S. Navy bombard Iraq with cruise missiles to keep the press and the populace diverted away from his indiscretions like Bill Clinton, but what do I know? I'm Susie Poppins, y'all. Says, I gave birth in a hospital twice, and everyone believed my pain and offered relief. So I had to reply with, come on, don't bullshit me. Yeah. This is a good one. Okay. Erica says, my white privilege is that I am given the benefit of the doubt in a way my black sisters are not. This is a white girl saying this. Even when I'm angry, I'm seen as cute and non-threatening. Sure, there's a healthy dose of sexism in this, but it's a privilege to be considered non-threatening. And I basically was like, sexism, bosom showing off in bikini, you know. You know, she's just basically, you know, I doubt she's genuine too. I mean, when you're posting yourself showing off your tatas, basically, something's up. You're out for something.
Yep.
Cindy Gross, which pretty much sums up the her face and her hairstyle. As a white woman, I can walk into any salon and a stylist of any race will be able to cut, color, and style my hair. Everyone learns to emphasize with and cater to white people. Or maybe it's because it's their job.
Yes. Really. Oy. And why would they want to do your hair if you look that ugly anyway?
Because it's their job.
I know, I'm just joking around though.
Kayla Cox posts again, I don't get scared for my life every time I get pulled over. God, it's because you probably don't have anything in your car. Yeah. I don't have to worry about something in my pocket getting mistaken for a gun. I have all my doctors believe me about my pain. What the fuck is this? I've been given a leg up in life for the color of my skin. Where are they coming up with this? Believe me about my pain. This is so mentally unstable. You know, and this is stuff that's been done on like National Autism Day, which happened to be on the 2nd. This is cringe. This is absolute cringe.
Yeah. Ugh.
Oh, I mean, that's privilege. That privilege is just beyond privilege right there. Ugh. You know. Black guy goes, my doctors believe my pain. I mean, what the hell?
What?
You know, I was watching a video on YouTube about biracial commercials, and a lot of black people out there literally believe that black or biracial couple commercials, like white and black and whatnot, whether it be white guy, black girl, and vice versa, they literally believe that those commercials are out to basically promote black genocide.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was astonished. Like, if you don't look up like biracial commercials on YouTube, and there's a dude that does a video. If you look in the comment section, they literally are just saying like it's just a way to commit black genocide, and I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. There's a hell of a lot more. Search hashtag my white privilege and have fun. You know, just have fun with it. It's okay to be white. Tell them that even if you're not white, just tell them you're white. You know, tell them you're white and you're awesome. And you know, have a black photo and then say that you're white. That, you know, that would really take them for a loop. Mm-hmm. But, you know, we're all equal in terms of our rights. How we basically obtain our achievements in life is up to us. That's the bottom line, and that's what people need to focus on.
Yep.
Well, this was really fun, and we'll be getting to gaming. We'll be getting to gaming tomorrow. My sleepiness is starting to kind of catch up to me. But tomorrow, April 3rd, we're gonna have fun watching Pikachu play Street Fighter 2.
To beat up people.
And we'll have a grand old time with that, so we'll definitely get down. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this. I know we did. But this is Gray Fox 37.
And Pikachu 23.
And you have a wonderful evening. We'll see you tomorrow.